we're down 15, 14. This will get down to 6 or 7. There it goes. That
Boom.
just froze up.
It froze the fluid up.
Let's go to Mexico, boys!
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Back Road Driver.
We're the Miser Brothers.
In this video, we're trying to take down our best time in the Wolf in the quarter of 10.95, and we've made 3 big adjustments since our last run. In our last run, we were running 20 PSI in all of our tires. This time, we've aired the fronts up to 30, and we've aired the rears down to 18, so we should get a little bit more hook and try to drop that 60-foot time. With the fronts having 10 more PSI in there, it's gonna create less drag while we're in the run and hopefully give us maybe another half a tenth. So we're gonna show you our Forced Induction Inter Chiller that we're actually gonna use on this run that's gonna drop our temperatures of what's going into the top of the supercharger and into the engine. It's gonna drop those temps dramatically. We're gonna show it freeze over here in just a second. And Sam's gonna tell you about our major tune revision and a new little party trick that we got added that may make a huge difference in today's run. So, Forced Induction Inter Chiller. This is a B Woody swirl pot. It's bigger and it adds capacity to our system, but it's just a part of what we're using. We can't show you what the actual inter chiller looks like because it's a condenser that's down here. It's a lot of different hoses that stuff ran everywhere.
Yeah.
But in a nutshell, what does this thing do?
Basically, it intercepts your air conditioning system and it takes the coolant that's running through the supercharger and super chills it down way below ambient temps. I got down to about 8 degrees a few minutes ago, 7 degrees maybe, and the thing froze up. It froze up the coolant, and you know, that
Froze up in a hose.
froze up in here. So the trick is to get it as cold as possible and then go make a run. It uses that coolant, warms it back up, but then as soon as your run's over, it starts cooling it back down again, so you can make multiple passes with super cool coolant running through your supercharger to get lower IATs, which equals more power, which equals better times.
So our coolant in the swirl pot is dropping.
It started about 62, 63 degrees, already running down. I mean, we've had the engine on, so it had some ambient heat in it, and as you can see, it is dropping as we speak. 54, 53.
That's pretty fast.
Yes, it is.
So while this drops, we're gonna tell you about our tune adjustment and what we're so excited about because it's something I've never had in my tune.
If you didn't know, guys, all of our tuning on the Wolf is done by Ken Osborne at Oz Tuning. Check him out for all your F150 tuning needs. Doesn't matter which model year. We'll put a link to him down in the description. So let me tell you about some of the things he's added to our tune. He's added what is called drag mode. And so what that allows us to do is take and put the shifter into manual mode and put it in whichever gear we want to launch from. You can launch from first or second. So if you're spinning off of a dig, you can actually put it in second, sitting it while you're sitting still, and launch from second. You can also, when you're roll racing, say you need to be in 3rd gear, put it in 3rd gear, leave it in manual mode. As soon as you hit the pedal, you're going to take off, and the vehicle will not change gears until either 7,500 or 7,750 RPMs, depending on which gear. What that allows you to do is not think about it. It holds those really high RPM shifts, makes them rock steady all the time. They're going to be the same every time on every pass. And if you're roll racing and you break loose a little bit and you let off, it's not going to downshift into a lower gear and mess you up real bad. You can actually feather that pedal a little bit and be able to get control again and get back into the gas.
So what this means for drag racing from a dig is we put this bad boy in manual mode, leave it in first, we take off, and it's not going to shift until a higher RPM now. So we should have a better time just based on that today. We should get off the line just a little bit quicker, even though it's a little bit cooler outside, the road's a little bit colder. With the air down, that should help us just a little bit. And then the Forced Induction Inter Chiller being on, we're usually launching with much higher temps going through the supercharger. This should add more power. More dense air equals more combustion equals more power, baby. So Sam's ran back over to get the temperature check on the swirl pot. Let's go see what these temps are at. What you got?
We're down 15. 14. This will get down to 6 or 7, and then this thing starts to freeze up.
This will ice over actually. We got some sun on it, so that's obviously gonna keep the ice from forming as much. It's cold, even in the sunny spot, it's cold. These hoses are cold. Like guys, this thing is no joke. We're into the 10s. We're down into the 9s. 8. This is very cold to the touch now.
Yeah.
If you stick your finger in there, it's real cold. 7s. 5.
There it goes. That
Boom.
just froze up.
It froze the fluid up.
So what it's doing, so now these temperatures actually rise a little bit in the pot because it's froze up, and it's not right here at the pot that it's frozen. It's somewhere inside the supercharger. The flow has been cut off, and so now it's froze over. That's bad because you're not getting as good a flow. But if you're actually running the engine, it's not gonna do that. Basically, if we sit there and get this thing to about 9 or 10 degrees, pull up to make a pass, that's gonna be that optimal spot to make the best run we can with the coolest temperatures.
That's enough talking. Guys, let's go get a time. Let's go to Mexico, boys! Make sure you check out shopbackroaddriver.com for the fastest merch money can buy. So we've got a new personal best, 1077.
Yes, sir.
At 128. And I don't know if you noticed in the camera, the angle Sam was shooting from right behind my truck before it launched. Mexico.
It must have been about to snow down there. The Federales had put some salt brine out on the road, so didn't really take a super huge launch.
I guess it snows in Mexico in the winter.
We also set a new personal best on that 0 to 60 time of about a 274. So we're getting down there.
Pretty good.
Pretty good territory.
Now we haven't brake torqued this thing real hard. When I saw the road condition, I wanted to get a good clean leave. I knew we would beat our previous 1095, but I think we can go a lot lower, and I think we need to get on a prep surface pretty quick.
I think the next step is to get, yes, for sure, a prep surface to where we can get a really good launch, put some more power down at the launch, get that 60-foot time down. It's still in a 1.7-ish.
177, it's not real good. So I think there's a lot more we can do right there to cut time.
That's where we got to get time down. You know, mid-10s, low mid-10s.
It's on the way.
It's coming.
Guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.